In today's video, I'm going to be discussing monthly checks and fixed income benefits, including, but not limited to, Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, VA, and RRB, as well as getting both of these types of payments at the same time. That's the focus of this video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. All right, now I do know that a lot of you here in the community and that watch the videos here on the channel are low income or receive some type of fixed income benefit, including those that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Well, this is a question that I do get on a fairly regular basis from some of you here in the community, reaching out down below in the comment section asking, what about monthly checks? Can we also get these programs that are going on out there right now? Can we get checks from them in conjunction with our regular monthly benefits? This is a really good question, and again, the focus of this video, because believe it or not, right now all across the country, there are well over 100 different monthly check programs that are currently going on, and more popping up on a very regular basis. In fact, just this year alone, so far 2024, we've already had multiple different monthly check programs that have already shown up this year alone, and I can tell you this much, there will be many, many more to come, and there's also talk that there may be a nationwide program showing up at some time as well, which again, I'll allude to and talk about a little bit here in this video as well. There's a lot of programs that are out there. There's a ton of money that they have on the table, and they've been allocating a lot of these new monthly check programs out there. And again, I want to bring this to your attention. Again, a very good question, because here's the thing. A lot of people that receive fixed income benefits, can you have any income alongside your regular fixed income benefit? In general, the answer is probably not for the most part. Now, obviously, depending on the type of benefit you're getting, the answer is, yeah, you can have some income, but then you potentially run the risk of having your benefits garnished or maybe losing your benefits because of any other types of income, especially like SSI and SSDI programs like this. Yes, of course, you can have some income, but it's not that much. You know the details, right? It's kind of hard because they make it so difficult to get by these days, because you get your little benefit and they basically say, if you have any income outside of this, basically you're gonna garnish your benefit, right? So again, great question. All right, so which by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far or any others here on the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. There's a subscribe button right down below the video. Hit that, as well as feel free to share this video or any others here on the channel with your friends, family, social media with that share button down below. Thank you. Truly appreciate it. I'm here for you every single day, right by your side, to help you out in any way that I possibly can. All right. Thank you so much. Subscribe and share the video, and let's talk through the details about this. All right. So when it comes down to monthly check programs and your fixed income benefits, think of it this way. These are two totally different things. Now, obviously, you already know that, okay? We already know all this. But again, I just want to make this very clear, okay? Think of it this way. Remember a couple years ago when we got stimulus checks? It was the same thing as that, essentially the same thing, right? What were stimulus checks? They were an advance on a refundable tax credit that they sent out to everybody in the form of a prepayment, basically a check that went out, in your mailbox or as a direct deposit. For most people, it showed up, in your bank account, on your Direct Express card, whatever it happened to be. And then some people obviously got a paper check in their mailbox, but the vast majority of the people got it as a direct deposit. Well, the whole purpose of that was to help everybody out, right? The whole purpose was a stimulus check to stimulate the economy. Well, kind of the same situation here. These monthly check programs are focused on low-income people. They're always focused on the low income, okay? I've had somebody, or a couple of people reach out to me and say, hey, are the low income eligible for these monthly check programs? They're only focused on low income, okay? Low income check programs and monthly check programs are never focused on high income people, ever. There's not like a program that's out there like, hey, we're advertising for high income people to send out monthly checks. Anybody want to apply? Not a thing, okay? It does not happen like that. Monthly check programs are only focused on the low income people. But when it comes down to it, as a fixed income beneficiary, somebody receiving benefits, could you also be included for these monthly check programs that are out there? And could you get these checks alongside your regular fixed income benefit? The answer is yes. Yes, absolutely. You could be eligible for them, and you could get checks alongside your regular monthly benefit. Now, here's the thing as well. I want to point this out. They're always income-based, okay? So yes, you can get both at the same time if you're eligible for the monthly check program. But remember, it's always income-based. They always have income eligibility on these monthly check programs, just like the stimulus checks from a couple years ago. Now, that is something that most fixed income beneficiaries did not need to worry about because your income was well below the thresholds, but In general, these monthly check programs, it's always income-based. If your income is below X, which, by the way, the income thresholds on these programs that are currently going on right now is very different. Some of them, it's very, very different. That's all I have to say is the parameters on the programs that are currently out there and the ones that are showing up, they're always very different, okay? Because they're administered on the state level, on the county level, on the city level, things like this. And again, all the parameters are very different on all these programs, okay? Now, let me point this out as well. As of right now, there is talk, again, there's many lawmakers, a bunch of lawmakers that have already signed on to this and co-signed nationwide monthly checks for the low income, okay? Let me tell you this much as well, really quickly. The income thresholds on that program that they've introduced, which is, by the way, called the Support Act, that is one of the big ones that's out there right now, $1,200 ongoing monthly checks on a nationwide level distributed by the federal government. Now, obviously, that has not passed yet. If it were, that'd be, totally different story, has not passed yet. But this one has an income threshold of $75,000 a year as an individual and $150,000 a year as a married couple. Now, as a fixed income beneficiary, do you need to worry about those income thresholds? No. For the most part, you don't need to worry about those, okay? But remember this much as well. It's always income-based. Now, is your fixed income benefit below, say, 75 grand a year as an individual or $150,000 as a married couple? In general, yeah, of course it is, right? So as a result of that, would you be eligible for a nationwide program like this that would distribute ongoing $1,200 checks? The answer is, yeah, of course you would be, right? Now, obviously, there's going to be other parameters as well, just like the stimulus check programs that we saw a couple years ago to determine eligibility. For example, adult dependents, are they included? Well, thinking back to the stimulus check programs that we saw a couple years ago, it depends. They all had different parameters, right? They all had very different rules about it. And again, what about people that have back child support due? Again, will they get something? Again, the parameters are different. It depends. We don't know the details quite yet because that type of detail has not been hammered out yet, okay? But my point is, long story short here, can you receive monthly checks or be eligible for any of these monthly check programs out there right now in conjunction with your regular monthly benefit? The simple answer is yes, okay? But there's always a but, right? The big old thing that we don't like to talk about. There's always a but, right? Well, that's what I want to bring to your attention really fast here, which is it depends on the parameters of each individual program. We need to look at the parameters of all the programs, but as we look through the details of these, just remember, they're always going to look at your income, okay? There's always going to be other programs and other different parameters about the programs as well. But just remember, it's mostly income-based. Even the nationwide program that's out there now that they're talking about, the Support Act, again, that one's income-based, mostly income-based. If your income is below the level, then winner, you get a check, right? Does that make sense? So anyway, I'm going to continue watching all these very closely as I get more information on these monthly programs that are out there right now. Of course, I can bring them to your attention. I haven't been talking about them a ton lately simply because it, doesn't pertain to a ton of people across the country when they show up in, one little city, in one, state all across the country. Again, I haven't focused on them all that much, but this is what it comes down to. So again, for those of you that have been asking, I hope this answers your question. Otherwise, subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Share the video with your friends on social media and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel in the video library. Otherwise, those that I've linked down below in the description or at the top of the comment section, check those videos out as well as I've hand selected those videos. Otherwise, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one, and I'll catch you again later.